my name is Reva with Vivid Visions, and I'm here with the lovely Love the Poet. And we just got finished with a show. And the first question I want to ask you is, what inspires you to write?
Wow. What inspires me to write? I think life inspires me to write. Actually, I know life inspires me to write. Not just my own life, but other people's lives and the things that I've heard and passing or what I experience. I like to people watch, and I kind of absorb everything that's going on around me. So that inspires me to write. And my definition of success is that if one person gets it, if one person is reached or touched in the audience, then I have done what I need to do. And if others do, then that is like a plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your definition of poetry?
My definition of poetry? Wow, that's a loaded question. Poetry evokes emotion, utilizing literary device and various things like that. But really, for me personally, poetry is just an extension of myself, what I go through in rhyme, in imagery, and just being able to paint a picture of what it is that life brings, a very vivid picture, kind of like a movie, but through words.
And so, what message would you like to be portrayed to people? Like, what message do you think is like portrayed throughout your poetry, like a general message?
I'm typically a very confessional poet, so I give a lot of myself. Poetry has always been very therapeutic for me. So what I like people to get from it is just gleaning something from my own personal experience. And sometimes I delve into the experiences. I use my poetic license and delve into the experiences of others. But I want people to be able to get something from that something that they might be able to relate to, or something they're going through, and be able to take that home with them and just heal, ultimately.
Okay. So, we're about to do a promo.
Okay.
I've been hearing you talk about your new show, God's Country.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
God's Country is a one-woman show that has 9 characters, and the whole idea behind it is, or this is one of the concepts behind it. God stopped talking to us out loud in the Old Testament, and yet we still haven't figured out how to hear Him in our DNA. And so God's Country is a look into 9 different characters, and what I want people to walk away from it with is, where was God? Where in those people? What do they get from it? Because this country is based on the idea of, this is God's country and God we trust, one nation under God, all of these things, but what are they selling us? Is it God, or is it this country? So the overall message of God's country, or the overall question you are going to be left with is, if this is God's country, then where the hell is God?
You deep. Okay. So the last question I'm gonna ask you is, how do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as Michelle Antoinette Nelson, aka Love the Poet, author, playwright, the person who did her very best to bring more to the world of poetry, to help build an actual market for this genre. And I heard once in a movie that a guy said, I don't want to make headlines, I want to make history. So I don't know if I will ever have children, but I birth new things every day through my art. So that's
Okay. Thank you so much for interviewing with us.
Thank you.
All right. This is Reva with Vivid Visions. And remember to keep your visions vivid.